Yeah. I'm ChattyKathy. This is Palfly Kampling. Oh, I need to figure out which side you're on. You're on that side. This is Palfly Kampling, and we're solving some puzzles today from the Puzzler Pride Pack, which will be super exciting. I am documenting my learning journey with Sudoku, so I think help in the chat is welcome. Palfly is a super solver and super smart, so Palfly doesn't need help, but we might still get stuck a little bit. Hello, 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 chat! Everybody's saying hello.
Hello.
Happy weekend. How's it going? Doot doot doot. I'm gonna have doot 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 stuck in my head probably the rest of the stream now. It's going. Our first puzzle today is going to be Unique Factors by Catalea. Make sure everything's showing up correctly for you there. Okay, cool. This is really neat. We have both of our cursors on the screen so you can see what each person's doing. I have a little blue circle wherever I click, and Palfly has a little pink circle. So super neat. Cuckoo for Sudoku. I love it. Unique Factors by Catalea. Standard 6x6 Sudoku rules apply, which means we have a 6x6 puzzle. So we're using the numbers 1 through 6 today, and we'll have to put those numbers once each in every box, once each in every row, and also once each in every column. Each line has a unique digit, a unique associated digit from 2 to 6. Okay, so each of these lines will have to figure out what digit goes with it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, 5 different lines. Every digit placed on a line must be divisible by the line's digit. Ooh, that's cool, actually. So, whichever line is associated with a 2, we're going to have to use even digits only, 2, 4, 6. Sounds good, sounds good. I know Jason's not a mod here. What's going on in chat? I was sitting next to Kat at SudokuCon while this was being put together, and I never got to see the finished product, so this is really cool. I'm excited to look at this. Thanks to Sven and Gliproll for help with the multiplayer mode. Yes, it's the I got to use this at SudokuCon for a panel, and this is super cool. I keep highlighting stuff, and I should just let Palfly do things.
Nah, you can take lead on this one because I know some of the setting process that went into it, and I mean I do see the break-in, so I'll let you figure it out.
Okay, perfect. This looks like a pretty busy cell, so I'm kind of drawn to look at this. We have 3 different lines going in here. It'd probably also be smart to think about what's going on with each of the different lines. Like, we don't have a line associated with 1 because every digit we're using is divisible by 1, and we could use any of them. The line that goes with 2 is going to have 2, 4, 6. The line associated with 3 is only going to be able to use 3 and 6. 4, we only have 4 as an option. 5, we only have 5 as an option. 6, we only have 6 as an option. I believe so. So we've got to have 3 lines that just have the same digit over and over and over again. Cat's here! Hello, hello! Setter in the house! There's a sleepy cat on each side of me, and at least one of them is snoring a sweet little cat snore. Aww. Mine are running up and down the hallway. I heard them earlier. Only for a couple minutes with people IRL. Thanks for popping in. I'm super excited. I remember you setting this at SudokuCon. This turned out really good. So saying 3 different lines need to have the same digit over and over again. So this one looks like that could happen. I could have 4s or 5s or 6s here. Same thing could happen here. Would not work with this line or the green line, but it would work with blue. So blue, pink, and red is going to be the 4, 5, 6 line. Meaning the yellow and green lines are going to be the 2, 3 lines. So one of these needs to have 3 different digits. I erased the 4, 5, 6. It was a lot to pencil mark this early, but this one needs to have 3 different numbers, which I did not get with the 3 line. It was only 3 and 6. So sounds like the yellow line is going to be the line associated with the digit 2, and this will be a 2, 4, 6. This will also be a 2, 4, 6.
And then the right digit here has to be both divisible by 2 and 3, so it's just going to be a 6.
Oh, not all of them, just this one. but it does mean these can't be 6. Ooh. Is that because we're typing at the same time? Oh, no, there it goes. Okay, these can't be 6.
I'm not doing anything right now.
Ooh, it was me. Dang. Can only blame myself. What else do we know? This has to be a 3.
Yeah.
These will be 3 or 6. And then, oh, we know that these are going to be 6 also.
Oh, yeah.
That was not me. This will have to be a 3 because of Sudoku. This will have to be a 6. This will have to be a 3. You got it.
Yeah, and then we have we count of 2 in this line, so it's only 4s. So the other line is 5s. And I think it's Sudoku from here.
My favorite part, right?
Do you want to do it, or
No,
should
no,
I?
no, go ahead. Christopher says make them all 6s. That'd be a good puzzle. Sudoku in a Sudoku puzzle. Scandalous.
There is a great April Fool's puzzle by Juggler if anyone wants to check that out.
I was thinking about that one, yeah.
Oh no, a different one.
We looked at a few of those at SudokuCon also.
Yeah, he has a bigger one as well, and that one is also very fun.
Ooh.
I think I don't remember what it's called, but it is like the easiest 5-star puzzle on LMD or something. There we go.
Nice! Congrats! You solved the puzzle. The solution is correct. Time of 103 is impressive.
I got 120.
What is it? On stream, it said something different, I think. Very cool. Like this puzzle, of course. Nice. I like the way that these lines overlapped all in the same cell. That's a cool break-in, where you have to figure out which digits are even an option for these lines, and then also which digits work for all 3 of these lines at the same time. That was really cool. Nice. Multimode has an error on the time, yeah.
It's a feature.
Yes.
I mean, we have been talking about doing something with the fact that it's not working properly. So it's maybe something to watch out for in the future.
Right. Exciting. Good luck with the rest of the stream. Thanks, Kat, for popping in and for giving us permission to do your puzzle. I'm ready for the next one, I believe. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Do, do, do. Do, do, do. Stuck in my head. All right, gonna refresh my page.
Yep.
Trans by Jenya. Nice. Standard 8x8 Sudoku rules apply. The digits 1 through 8 appear in every row, column, and 2x4 box. All clues are standard. I like when rule sets say that at the beginning. If you really don't feel like reading everything, you can just see that. But 8x8 Sudoku rules apply. Once each in every box, once each in every row, and once each in every column. We have thermometers. Nell was a tester on this one. Nice. Thermometers are going to be digits on a thermo are strictly increasing from bulb to tip. So whatever digit we have that goes in this circle, we just need to have increasing digits along the line as we go. We have palindromes. Digits on a gray palindrome line read the same forwards and backwards along the line. So this line right here is going to be our palindrome. So whatever digit goes here is also going to go at the beginning. Whatever digit goes here will also go here. Tallcat gifted subs. Thanks so much. 5 gifted subs. Enjoy your emotes, chat. Nice. We have Rinband lines also. So these pink lines are going to be the Rinband. Digits on a pink Rinband line must form a set of non-repeating consecutive digits in any order. So these are both length of 6, it looks like. So you could use the digits 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, But they can go in any order you want. You could have a 1 over here and a 2 over here and then a 3 back over here. As long as the whole set of digits are consecutive, they can go in any order. We have region sum lines. The sum of the digits on a blue region sum line within a particular region must be the same for all of the regions on all of the regions the line passes through. So region sum line here. This digit will have the same sum as these two digits, which will have the same sum as these two digits, which will have the same sum as this digit, and the same thing's gonna happen down here. I like how these are labeled also, that's nice. And we have diagonal sums. Clues outside the grid show the sum of the digits along the indicated diagonal. Digits may repeat if allowed by other rules. So 23 on this arrow means that these digits are going to sum to 23. These digits are going to sum, ooh, that's a lot. All of these digits sum to be 31. Sounds good to me. We have an 8x8 puzzle. Skojo, hello, hello.
Yeah, I don't see 8x8s too often.
All right. A good starting point. Palfly sees something. I see your cursor moving.
Yes, I mean this region sum line is quite suspicious because it makes the minimum sum of these two digits 3, of course. That's in every n/n Sudoku. Well, I guess you couldn't have two digits sum to something in a 1x1 Sudoku, but that's beside the point. So the minimum digit of the bulb is 3, which means we can fill in the entire thermo.
Nice.
And the region sum line as well.
This one's 7. We can go ahead and place a 7 over here as well. Then two digits that sum to 7 that don't use an 8 or that don't use a 7. Probably fine.
Yeah.
We have Rinband. Oh, we also have this palindrome line, so we can put a 5 here.
Yeah. And then we know that this Renban is going to need a 5 somewhere, so it needs to be in one of these two. And this one also needs a 5.
Cool.
And also in an 8x8, it also needs a 3. I don't think we can say much about the bottom one yet.
8 as a factor of 7 sounds like a puzzle idea. Modifier cells that make things negative or fractions.
I mean, you could definitely do it with Havas, yeah.
Okay, so the Rinband at a minimum would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But at a maximum, I don't normally do Rinbands with 8x8. So at a maximum, it'd be 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Okay.
Yep. I don't know if we want to pencil mark it, but these two are either 4 or not at a Rinban at all. So they're from 1, 2, 4, 7, 8, I guess.
I think I'm bad at counting. We need 2s on these Rinbands also, don't we?
No.
No,
8,
we
7,
don't.
6, 5, 4, 3.
Nope, we don't.
6 cells.
Just kidding. I was like, well, that would be really easy. We just know where it goes, but never mind.
Well, I guess also I think this top Ramban needs a 7 somewhere. Because the only place 1 or 2 can go on the Ramban. They can't go here, they can't go here, so the only place is here. So we can never have 1 and 2 on the Ramban, meaning we never have 1 on the Ramban.
Right. So I was just predicting the future. How did they get the thermo ended at 8 and not 9? I know, Palfly jumped right on that, and I was like, oh, okay. You adapted to the 8x8 really quickly. So we need 1 in this region, but it can't go on the Rinband. It also can't go in this row. Never mind. It just kind of goes with one of these cells. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
I guess
7.
Oh, but the same thing I said up top applies to this one. So these two digits can't appear in any of these cells in the random. So it's either 6 or 1, 2, 7, 8. It can't be 7, 8 because of the region sum line. So it has to be from 1 to 6, which means it has to be 1, 6.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, nice. We have ones for those two columns then.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that means these can't be 1, so there's 1 in this box. It can't be here because of the Zackwing, or whatever you call it. And it can't be here because of the random, because what we said earlier, so it has to be here.
Sounds good.
Then one column 8, 7 goes here. Second to last column is not column 8 today.
I know, I was thinking about how to label these boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Feels off. The bottom left corner is 7. That makes sense. For this 23, we have 6 already, so we need 3 more cells to get 17.
Okay, so I think this can never be a 1. Because the maximum these can be is 6 and 7, 30 is 13.
Yeah.
So this has to be the 6 and the 1.
Sounds good to me. Now we have 12, so we need 11 in the last 2 cells.
Yes, I guess this is at minimum 4 because this is a maximum 7. So this is 7, 6, 4, and this is 6, 5, 4.
All right. This. We can't do 2, 5. We have 1, 6, or 3, 4. Would one of these options break this, maybe?
I don't think so
Yeah.
yet. But what I just realized, there is 1 in this box. Can't go in the same row. There's not 1, and by the palindrome, it doesn't go here.
Oh, perfect. Nice.
So we get a 1 here, and that places a 1 here, which means this is also 1, 6.
Nice.
And that resolves this.
Nice. Zackwing, I think that's trademark Zeta Math.
I mean, I'll ask Zach next SudokuCon if we're allowed to use it too.
Rinbands are my nemesis. I'm trying to avoid looking at them, but I think it's probably time. What digit can go both here and here? It can't be a 1. We could use a 2. Can't use a 3. We have 2, 4. Can't be 5, 6, 7. We have 2, 4, 8.
Yep.
That's fine. I'll go ahead and mark that. It's only 3 numbers. This can't be 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or 7. Wow. This has to be 8, really. 1, 2, double
Nice.
checking. 3 was from here. Yeah, 4, 5, 6, 7. Which means these will not be 8. They're going to be a 2, 4. We also have this diagonal sum. 7 digits to get 31. That's fine. We have a 1 and a 7 so far. That's 8. The other one's... okay. Gosh, it might be Renban time.
Well, we do need a 7 on the bottom Renban as well now. That only has 2 positions.
All right. What other numbers do we have to use on the Renban?
I mean, I think on both of them we can't use 1, and we have to use 3 through 7.
Four is limited in row 4 because of the Renban. Ooh, it can't go in this box
Oh,
at all, and it
nice.
also can't go on the rim band, and it's also not a 1 or an 8. Nice.
I
Palinjoma's
also just
done.
noticed we can use roping in these two boxes. Placing the 8 here and the 2. Oh. 8 here and the 2 here. Oh, which means we need, well, we know the composition of the strand one, but I don't think that's helpful anymore because we don't have 1 and 8 on there anyways.
Yeah. Counting over and over and over again in my head. 3 definitely goes here. Maybe the 2 rim bands together.
I don't think that's useful yet. And we can mark 4 and 8 here.
We need a 4 on the rim band, and it can't go here or here.
Ah, nice.
So, what's this? 1, 2, 3.
6 and 8.
Oh, we don't have anything over here. Never mind. I'll mark it. Oh, does this? Yeah, that might help with that actually. We have some digits for this, but not really enough.
It still feels
Eventually.
relatively open, yeah.
I've never set any 8x8s. I'm thinking I might have to. This has some neat steps in. Let's see, what else do I know? We need 5 here, 7 here. We also need a 3 somewhere. All we know about 3s are this and this and this. We got our 4, we have a 5, and we have a 6. This is still 1, 2.
I guess maybe the third one is minimized. What's the minimum that is here? It's a 3, right? It's 10, 14, 17, 22, 23. So it barely works if there's an 8 here.
Yeah.
But so we have 2 degrees of freedom, which means
Yeah.
we can mark all of the digits basically. This is 3, 5. Oh, this just has to be a 3 because otherwise it's 6 and too big. Well, 6 or 7, both too big.
Nice.
This can still be 5, 6, or 7.
We got a 3. This row still needs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need a 6 and a 7. That's fine. 5, 6, 7. I keep wanting to place 9s. I keep looking for them. This row, one of these is a 3, 5, but there's another digit that has to go over here.
It's
A
2.
2. Nope,
That doesn't
nothing
help
with
yet.
that.
Oh, 4 in this box is placed.
Nice. Nice.
Limits the. That's all we can do with 4s.
This is a 6, 7, and one of those is a Rin band.
Oh, yeah, that's interesting. Because. Oh, wait, no. The other.
This digit goes on the Rin band up here, doesn't it? Because we have a 3, we have a 5 on the Rin band. This digit is on the Rin band, so it goes over here. So this digit's going to be on the. So both of these digits need to be on the Rin band, meaning we're using 6 and 7.
Yeah.
So this is
And we
just
know
5,
that
6, 7.
yeah, and we know that these two form a 6-7 pair. Same, these two forming a 2-3 pair.
Ooh. I'm gonna go ahead and mark this 5, 6, 7, except for these can't be 5s. This is a 6, 7. I was thinking of shading that these, well, okay, this digit is the same as this digit. That's, no, it's just the same as one of these. Never mind.
Yeah.
But this can't be a 6. This digit does go here, though, the 6, 7. We need a 7 up here with this 4. No, we don't. We could have a 7 here. Just kidding. I take it back. Can you do anything clever with the palindrome in box 3?
I mean, the palindrome seems pretty completed. I don't think we can do anything more with that.
Not sure what you mean. Hi, McCrarian. Look at these folks go. Geometry deductions are cool. This is also a 3, 5. Can we do something here again? Like how we did up here with the Rinban?
Well, I mean, we can say that these digits have to be 2 and 3.
Wait, why is that?
Well, because we can only have 1 2 and 1 3 in the Ranban, and we still need 2 2s and 2 3s in these boxes.
Okay. Vertically. This 3 1, this 31 looks sus. Oh, we haven't looked at this in a minute. I'm used to reading digits individually and not 2-digit numbers. Okay, so we have 10, 14, 15. We still need to get 16 off of this.
That's very clever. We said earlier we have 2 degrees of freedom, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if this is a 6, we take away 1 degree of freedom, but this and this can only take 2 degrees of freedom.
Okay.
So basically, if we increase this by 1, we have to increase one of the other ones by 1, but we can't. So this can't be a 6. That's real clever.
That makes sense. I understand now. This in the bottom left was a 3, 5, but really it's a 3, 4, 5. It just sees a 4. And then at the top it was a 6, 7, 8, but it sees a 7. I get it now. I understand. You might know row 3, column 3, and might get you a couple of other digits. Okay, cool. Clean up, clean up.
What else can we do?
In the column here, we need a 2 still. 2 could go here or here. If a 2 goes on this Rinban, we would have to also put a 3, though.
Like, we're gonna have 2 and 3 on the Ranban, yeah. Because we can't have the 8.
I don't think Rinban should be allowed to go in multiple boxes, because then I just get confused. I'm used to seeing this 2, 3 and saying, oh, well, we can't have a 2, 3 pair now, but that's not how it works. 3, 5. We took out a digit. Can we not figure out what this is?
No, because
we still have space.
Yeah, we need one of these to be high and the other two to be low.
Okay.
I don't think we can say yet which is which.
Y'all are mighty clever. Thanks, Vicarian. Okay, just looking at basic Sudoku now. Like, what do these rows and columns and boxes need? This is a 3, 5, and definitely a 2, right?
Yep.
Go ahead and mark that. This needs an 8, 6, and then this 3, 5. Oh, this is the only spot 8 can go. 8 can't go here or here, and we need an 8 in this row. There's something.
Nice.
And then 6 has
We
to go
also
here.
have.
So this is a 3, 5. Whoops.
Oh.
This was an 8. This is a 3, 5.
Then we also need 7 and 8 in this column, and they can only go up here.
Perfect.
This is a 3, 5.
Perfect.
This is a 2, 5.
Sudoku strikes again. 2, 3, 5 triple in column 8. Oh, nice. This is a 4, 7. Earlier I said that, but I was like, no, that's not true. Again, I'm just predicting the future. I'm just jumping ahead. What else do we have?
Oh, there might be something clever. Because if this isn't 6, if this is 6, that makes this an 8. Which means the other ones have to be low, which means this is a 3 and this is a 2. So I guess if this is 6, then this is 5. So this can only be 5 or 6. I don't know if that's very helpful. Oh, I think that was also just the case by Sudoku.
Um, okay, what is this? Maybe we get something here. We need a 3 and a 5. Oh. 5 has to go here and here, so this won't be a 5. But we kind of already knew that.
Nice. Yeah.
This is a 7, 2, 3. 2 can't go here. Chat knows something. Another gifted sub. Let's go. Hello, hello. Oh, yay. Enjoy your emotes. There's cool emotes here, actually. I don't use them enough. I like this guy. 5, 7. This is a 2, 3, 7. I'm used to just highlighting a bunch of things as I'm thinking through, but that messes up what you're highlighting too, so I need to stop. Would like... Never mind. I take it back. I was thinking like shading for 2, 3s and 5s. I don't know. Because I'm thinking about like box 5.
That's a great idea.
It is.
Yeah. If you make...
You gotta use the fun
Because
colors.
we
Yeah.
said these two have to be a pair.
Yeah.
Now pink is in here, which means this sees 2 and 3. Which means, and because it's a high one, we know that the other two will have to be low.
Nice. It was one of those like, I had an idea that this might need to happen, but I couldn't get it to work in my head. Ta-da! Got some GGs in chat. Nice. If in doubt, color. If anything, it'll boost morale, and that makes the puzzle easier, of course.
And this is fine. Nice.
Yay! Oh, cool. Like this puzzle, of course. 51 seconds. Wow, I feel like a pro on that one.
Yeah, it took me almost 3 minutes.
You did great.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, this was so cool. I particularly liked the way the waving of the lines in the flag and how they worked with roping and with other digits. Of course, like the geometry of the palindrome line, we had some cool stuff with that too. Nice. That was spicy for an 8x8. I think there's
It's
like
definitely by far my favorite step is the little killer, like having 2 degrees of freedom, but only being able to use both at once. That
right,
was. I don't think I've ever seen that in a little killer puzzle before.
right.
But then again, I don't solve that many little killer puzzles.
And there was the added challenge of just wanting to place 9s everywhere and not being able to do that. I think we're ready for the next one.
Yeah.
Nice. This is going to be Going Both Ways by Clover and Glipperall. Make sure everything's showing up correctly. Looks good to me. Refresh my page. All right, normal Sudoku rules apply. So we have a 9x9 grid. So we're using the digits 1 through 9. Once each and every one of these boxes, once each and every row, and once each and every column, we'll have to figure out where they go. Clues outside of the grid swing in more than one direction. Of the 3 directions pointing out from each clue, 1 is straight and 2 are diagonal. Okay, so like let's look at the 6 for an example. At least 2 must satisfy numbered rooms. If the first cell seen in that direction is n, then the nth cell in that direction must match the value of the clue. For straights, the first cell is the cell directly on the edge next to the clue, and for diagonals, the first cell is one of the 2 cells directly adjacent to that, immediately pointed to by the diagonal arrow. Ooh, so numbered rooms, the way this would work is if this digit is a 5, that means a 6 has to go in the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th spot. So this would be a 6. But we also have diagonals with this as well. So maybe like this is a 2, and that would mean 1, 2, the second spot is a 6. So we have to satisfy at least 2 of those for each one of these numbers. Wow. Oh boy. I know this one's meant to be a bit more challenging than the other ones we did, so probably I would say chat help welcome. Do you see a good place you want to start, Palfly? I didn't look too closely yet.
I mean, yeah, I saw right away that this 3 up top here is limited because it can never point, well, the corner it points at can never work, because it only has 1 digit to point at. If we put a 1 in there, it's not 3. So we know that these 2 have to be, I don't know how we can mark this properly, but these 2 have to be correct.
Yeah.
Numbered rooms clues.
I was kind of thinking we can't have the same number. Like if these are both 4s, then we would be stuck with 2 3s in the same row. But like, of course, they can't both be 4s. But it's good to think about. There are a lot of 3s around the outside, actually. So if we need 2 to work here, 2 to work here, and 2 to work here.
Oh.
And also a 3 down here.
Yeah, but the thing you said is still useful about these 2 being 4 pointing at the same thing. Because if you look at this cell, it gets pointed at by 3s in both directions. Since we know the left arrow is correct, let's say this is a 2, then there's a 3 here, then the next 3 can't be correct.
Yeah.
So we know that the next 3, also the left arrow is not the correct one. And then for the third one, it's exactly the same again. This cell must work for the left one, which means it can't work for the right one.
Nice. So in each of the top 3s, we have to do the straight arrow and then the arrow pointing down to the right.
Yep.
Nice.
And that gives us a digit.
Yeah. Yep. It sure does. And I see it. You should go ahead and fill it in. I totally see.
Well, since this arrow has to be correct now, it
Okay.
can only be a max of 3. So it's 1, 2, 3. It can't be 1 because it would point again to 1. And it can't be 3 because it would place 2 3s in the same box.
Yep,
So
I totally saw
it has to be a 2
that.
and a 3.
Tallcat says you have to remember to place the 9s in this puzzle. Yeah, we do.
And we have nine clues, so hopefully we'll remember.
We also have whatever digits go here for the straight arrow, we don't want them to be from the same set of like 1, 2, 3, or 4, 5, 6, or 7, 8, 9, because they'll end up in the same box. Like if this is a 7 and an 8, then we're going to have 3s in the same box.
Yeah. And
Um,
also, I think 3 will be quite limited in row 1 now. Because in front of a 3 numbered rooms clue, and a straight one at least, we can never have a 3. Then this one would place a 3 down here, which doesn't work. This is another straight one, so 3 is in one of these two. Not a row.
if we have this 2, do we need a 1 here? Oh, this
No,
could
because we
be
could
a
have
1.
Yeah. And then we
Ooh.
could have a 1 somewhere else in column 8.
These 9s down here?
Oh, Alan Damasi has a very good point.
3 in row 3. Yeah, we have to put a 3 in here somewhere. It's not going to go here since we know we have a 3 in this box already, and it's also not going to go here, so 3 is going to end up here somewhere. But it can't be placed by the straight arrows up here because that wouldn't work. So it'll have to be one of the diagonals, meaning it has to be this one. Right?
Well, no, it doesn't need to be placed by a numbered rooms clue. We don't need every 3 to be placed. But the point is that if this was a 3 in front of the straight arrow, then the digit pointing at it needs to be a 3 as well.
Yeah.
Putting 2 3s in the same box. So this has to be a 3 for the row.
That makes more sense. That's good to think about though, that doesn't mean that this has to be the 3 for that 3. That's a
Nope.
good point. That's a good point.
But I guess now the other 3 arrow, the diagonal one, is limited because it can't be, the 3 can't be in any of these. Oh, it's just placed.
Ooh, nice.
So this is a 5 and this is a 3.
We're not following the diagonal clue for this 3, so that's fine. This could be a 6. That's okay. What else? What else?
Oh, I think this diagonal is limited now as well because the only places a 3 can go along it. This is all seen by 3s. So it could only be 3 or 4.
Cool. Tallcat said, isn't that affected by clues? I don't remember what that was about.
Yeah, I have no idea.
We need a 3 in this column. That's okay. About the 3 in row 3. I was looking at the 9s here and how these share a diagonal, but we have all this space. We only have to have at least 2 of them working, so we have other options for the 9s. Maybe not thinking about that yet. But y'all got it.
Oh, this 5 clue can't work because this would have to be a 2.
Oh, nice.
So we know that the straight and downward 5 clue are correct. I don't know if that helps much right now. Oh, this does because it can't go here because we have 2 3 in the box. And it can't go here because of the 5, so this is 7 8 9.
Oh, nice.
5 over here. And here.
Nice. I was also thinking about the 3 down here. We don't want it to end up in the same, I don't think this is helpful right now, but like something to think about in the future. We don't want it to end up in the same boxes or rows as the 3s up here. It's like a high number up here and a low number down here would clash, that kind of thing. Matthew, hello, hello. Maybe relevant that the rules say at least 2 of the clues are legit numbered clues, but they don't say only 2. You could have 3 of them working.
Yeah, I don't think we've used that yet, so we should be fine. But I mean, it probably wouldn't make much sense to have a clue like that, because that clue would be entirely irrelevant to the solve, I think. Because if you can't determine which one is wrong, there's no use in the clue.
Oh, this is cool.
It's weird.
It's an option to have like 1, 2 like this. That would work for both of these.
Yep.
Maybe the 6 at the top is interesting. We have a 5 here, so this could be a 6.
Oh, it's very interesting, yeah.
This direction can only be up to 4. We wouldn't be able to place a 6 here, but this also can't be a 2 or a 3. So if this diagonal is right, this would have to be a 4 for the 6 to go here.
Yeah, and the exact same thing is for the other direction. So we know we need a 4 for the 6 in one of those two cells.
Should we corner mark across the sides of the grid with the 6 there?
Well, not sure about that.
What if we need to use this diagonal for the 5, right?
Yeah, I think that's still possible to have a 6 there, yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That would put a 5 here.
Oh yeah, that was right. Row 5, 5 has to be a 6 now, because only one of the diagonal clues of the top 6 can work.
Oh, yeah. So we just have a 5 here. Oh, perfect. Nice. Good.
And also you pencil marked 4s in box 2, those might be helpful with other pencil marks.
No. Clover says, oh, hey, I've seen this puzzle before. Again, I predicted the future. We're just going to use this 3. That works. We're not using the diagonal off of the 3 above here. So that does not mean we have a 3 here. What else did we get from
interesting. You made the point earlier that these two have to be from different topic sets, basically.
Yeah.
So one of them,
oh, that's a
they can't be 1, 2, or 3. So they're just from 4, 7, 8, 9.
Perfect.
Which means we will need a 3 in row 4 for one of the two clues.
The higher number will be the 6 that doesn't work, or that doesn't satisfy the clue, I guess. 3's here, or 3 here. So we have a 3 down here. This could be a 6. What could this be, I guess? It can't be a 1, 2, 3. It can't be a 4. It can't be a 5. So we're looking at 6, 7, 8, 9 for this 3. Never mind, I guess that's fine. Not sure how much help you want from chat. I say help is welcome. Especially if we're sitting here like, row 5, column 5 is 6. Perfect. That forces the 3 in row 1, column 3. Perfect. Sutter in the house. Opening logic was mostly liberal. Okay, so the last thing we did was 3's gonna go here and then also in here. We still need a clue here for the 3 in this column. We need to use this 5 to... Oh, this was a 6. That's what I was looking at before. We were talking about if this could be a 6, but never mind. That ended up being fine. We need to put a 6 in row 1 somewhere. And we need to put a 1 in row 1 somewhere. Everything else has options.
Yeah, it doesn't seem too limited right now.
Yeah.
There.
Instead of having relationship trauma. Resolved conflict by setting a puzzle. That's funny. That's good. What else do we have?
I guess what can this be? Because it can't be 1. It could be 2. It can't be 3 by the 3 in the box.
Mm-hmm.
It could be 4 and 6. I think that's the only options.
Even number. Think about parity. A bottom 3 looks spicy. Okay. Well.
Oh.
You see it? Go
Oh no,
ahead.
that's not quite. Well, for this one, for this right diagonal, we can't use 5 or 3 because of the column, and this can't be a 3, so the only option would be 2 and 3. Oh, and the same is true for the left arrow. The left arrow would have to be from 1 to 3 because the max length is 3. So the only option would be 2 and 3 as well, because it sees itself in the box. So
Yeah.
we know that one of these will be 2 with the 3 here. And the other correct arrow has to be the middle one. And we know by this that the 3 is in one of these cells. Now, because of the bottom arrow has to be correct as well, it can't be this or this. So this will be 2 or 6, I guess, and this can't be 7 or 9.
Looks good.
And these two sum to 10, I guess.
Well, this is only if never mind. I take it back. Ignore me. Nobody's perfect. Cool. Is row 9, column 4, a 2? That would mean that 3 goes here, and this would be an 8.
Oh no, we said earlier that the side arrows need to have a 2. So that one can't be 2.
Ooh, okay. So this becomes a 6. That was the only option. 3, 4, 5, 6. This becomes a 3. This needs to work. We know it does. So this has to be a 4. So this won't be a 4. This won't be a 3. We do know 3 goes here somewhere. This or this is a 2, which means this or this is a 3.
Oh, and because of the 6 we placed, we know that the 5 diagonal can't be 6 anymore.
Oh,
Yep.
because that lines up. I was looking at this cell. Yep. Okay, so this can't be a 6. This is a 2 or a 4.
And by the same thing, we know that because this is a 6 knot, that the right arrow of the 1 doesn't work anymore.
Cool. So this has to be a 1 or a 2, but it can't be a 2 because of this. So this just has to be a 1.
Yep. And it means that the cell next to it can be a 2 still. It seems unlikely.
This was a 2, this would have to be a 1, which is probably pretty broken. So this becomes a 3. This is not a 3, meaning this is 8. We need this up arrow for 1 to work. So it's gonna be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's options still. Cool. What else did we get here? What else did we get? This diagonal for this one on the left side could still be a 2 and work with this. I'm not against it. I always think they're a 1.
This can't be a 9 anymore, so it's only 6 or 7. With the 3 being down here and one of these two.
Oh yeah, we do have most of our 3s in the grid now. That one on the left of your cursor by box 7.
Yeah.
No, never mind. I was kind of thinking that these are both in the same box and we need at least one of these to work, the straight arrow and the down arrow. But we could have like a 9 and put a 1 all the way over here. Well, not exactly, but like an 8 and put a 1 all the way over here. Never mind.
Mhm. Oh, for the bottom 9, this can't work anymore because we placed a 2 in the bottom row. So we know
Oh,
that the
yeah.
straight and the one to the left is correct.
Nice.
So this can't be 1, 2, 3, so it's only 4 or 5. 9 here.
Nice. This has way more options. This one needs to work. Have we really looked at this 6 over here much?
I mean, not really, but I don't
Ooh.
know if there's much we can do.
Yeah, this could be a 2 and this could be a 6 still. What if this is a 9 and this is a 5? It wouldn't work, but that's fine. Oh, this one, if this works. Well, we don't know which ones we need to work though, so we can't put a 6 here or here. So if this down diagonal works, it would have to be... Oh, it can't work.
But it can't be.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay,
So
so
we
we
need
have to
both
use
of the
this
other
one.
ones to work. And the top one.
So if this has to work, it can't be a 1, it has to be a 2, and this has to be a 6. Meaning
Yeah,
this
which places
3
our
does
3.
work. Here, if I can count.
Yep.
Cool. And we also need this one to work.
Yeah, so it
Options for
can't be a 5.
6 are going to go here, which would be make this 4, 6, 7, 8. Can we narrow those
Not
down
6.
more? Oh, not 6. It is a
Yeah.
6.
And we also removed 9 from the right 5 clue.
Perfect. Nice. Very cool. What do you mean you don't have 2027 planned already? Come on. Just kidding. I like these rules. Yeah, these are fun. Even though whenever I think about numbered rooms, I always think about initially, like, since this is an 8, I'm like, oh, that tells me I need to place an 8 somewhere. When that's literally not even how Sudoku works. This tells me where the 3 goes. But I always flip that in my mind every time.
Yeah. If anyone likes, little plug, if anyone likes diagonal or straight clues, I have a little puzzle in Bitty Bytes where it's was it X sums for Bitty Bytes? I think so. Yeah. It was X sums, but it's ambiguous if it points in which direction it points, either straight or diagonal.
Ooh.
So only one of the directions has to work.
Oh, if this is 4, 7, 8, the up diagonal for the 1 doesn't work. So we have to
Oh, yeah.
do down in
Nice.
this way. Options for 1. We could use a 1 with a 1. Otherwise, this would
Yeah.
be a 3, which it can't be, or a 4.
It's 1 or 4. Yeah.
This one, could use a 1, can't use a 2, can't use a 3, can't use a 4. But then I think like 5, 6, 7, 8 are all fine. Oh. I'll go ahead and mark that. Is that correct? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, all those are fine. Just so we know we have to use this one, but cool. Big
Oh,
gun
good.
seller should be outside.
Maybe we should get Nevaria to speedrun it.
Oh my gosh. Does one of these have to be a 1? I don't think so. We
I
could
mean, I
have
wonder
here.
how fast he actually would be, because Nevaria is very good at scanning, and Bittypite is not about scanning at all.
Hmm.
So it'd be interesting to see him try.
I looked at the one cell one you made for that at the con for a long time, and then eventually I gave up and went and had to go do other things instead. Oh, row 7, one clue is also interesting. This one. These can't be a 1 because we have this. Oh, so this can't be a 2 anymore because of this. We said initially that this one could be a 2 for this to work, but it
Oh,
doesn't. So now we
nice.
have to use this one, which could be almost anything. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 here, and then this one also.
It's probably more interesting, yeah, because it couldn't be 1, can't be 2, 3, could be 4, 5, I think.
Putting one here.
Yeah.
This has so many options. I was kind of looking at, is it possible that neither one of these are a 1? And I think it is. I mean, this could be a 4, and then this one just goes over here somewhere. I didn't mean to highlight that, but I don't remember this 9. Oh yeah, because this can't be a 2, we have to use this one, and then also the, okay, never mind. I remember now. What else? What else?
I guess there's a 2 by Sudoku in here. I don't think that helps though. I mean, the 6 in row 6 is getting quite limited. I don't think we said anything about the right 6 clue yet, right?
Yeah, I don't think so. Or the 9 below it. I don't think we've looked at either one of those.
So the 6 in this row could only go in these 2 cells if it's correct. A 6 here would have to go here. And the 6 downwards couldn't be 3, so it would have to be 2 and 6 here. Is that interesting?
Is that interesting?
Oh, we placed a 4 here.
Yes.
This has to be the 6. Because of the... This can't be anymore.
Nice.
Oh, and that removed the possibility for this 6, and now one of these two will be 2 with the 6 here. Which means for 1, this will be a 6. And because we need the 2 here, this will be a 4. With the 5 here. Which makes this a 4 and this a 9.
Very cool.
Oh, Sudoku.
Still fine there. This one, we said there was a lot of options. One can't go here. So we have, for this cell, we have a 4. It can't be a 5, can't be a 6, or 7, 8, 9. So we have 4, 7, 8, 9 here. Lots of 4s.
Oh.
This is too many 1s in the same column.
We placed a 6 in row 3.
Yeah, we did. Yep, and we're using this one. Meaning this can't be a 7, so this will be an 8, meaning the 5 goes here. This won't be a 5. And also... oh, okay, I'm gonna double check these. We have a 6 here and a 3, 3 and 3, 4 for 3, and a 5 for a 3. Then the 6 uses this 4 and this 5. This 3 does not use this 5, but it uses this 8 and uses this 2. This 1 we haven't figured out yet.
Yeah,
This
but
can't
we
be a
can
1
now.
anymore.
Yep.
So we need to use this. This one has to be a 1, actually. That's the only way that works. And then this will tell us where it goes vertically. Can't be a 1, 2, or 3. It could.
Well, it's 7, 9
Oh,
by
wait.
Sudoku.
Yeah, nice. And it can't be a 9. We already have a 9 here.
Yeah. That also would have
No.
resolved by Sudoku.
Yeah, but if we use the clues, that's objectively better than Sudoku. We have to use this straight one, don't we? I think that was decided.
Yep.
This is an 8. One of these is definitely a 1 because we don't have anywhere else for 1 in the column anymore. And so if one of these is a 1, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, this would be a 1, or 1, 2, 3, 4, this would be a 1.
Yeah, and one of those needs to be a 1. So where does 1 go in box 8?
One of the, yeah, 1 either goes here or here. So 1 in box 8 can't go here. It has to go here or here. If this was a 1, then it would break both of those options, I believe.
Yep.
So let's make this a 1. Which was this one being a 4 and this one being a 1.
Well, no, it doesn't have to be.
I misunderstood then.
Well, this still has to be a 1. But it doesn't mean that this has to be a 4. This could still be a 1.
Oh, yeah.
We don't have to only point at 1 digit. Because this also resolves to put the 1 up here for the 5. So both of these are basically done now. We can't break them anymore.
Back to the, just because we have ones doesn't mean they're placed by these numbered rooms, Liz.
Yeah.
Okay. This is going to be a 4, 5, and also a 3, it looks like. I can just place the 3.
Oh, yes.
This is a 4, 5. Cool.
Done.
3 in box
How
7.
many 3s are
Perfect.
left?
We need a 3 here.
Yeah, that's all of them.
This 9 again. We needed to go vertically. Maybe we have less options now. We can't use a 1, we can't use a 2, we can't use a 3. We can't use a 4 because of this 9. 5 would be okay. We can't use a 6, we can't use a 7. Could we use an 8? So we're between 5 and 8, really, for this? If I counted correctly?
Looks like it, yeah.
So 9 either goes here or here. These boxes and these rows up here are getting kind of filled in. I hate to say it, but we might have Sudoku. We still need a 4 in here. We need a 5, and we need a 9. 4 just can't go here, but we have options.
Oh, and we mentioned earlier that one of these two has to be a 2 for the 6th clue. Which means this also can't be a 2, which means the bottom arrows for both, like these diagonals for both of the 9s are broken.
True.
So we need this to work. The 9 can't be these two, this can't be 3 or 4, so it has to be a 9 here with a 2.
That places the 6 also, doesn't it?
Oh yeah. And this is a naked single, now it's a 4. Which leaves 2 and 9 in a row. I don't think we can resolve that yet.
Not that I see immediately. Pencil it. Something will come up later. Oh, we need a 9 in this box up here.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 and 7, and this is 9, which tells us about this.
And also a very cute spot. It's probably not needed. But this, if this is a 5, this can't be a 5, and if this is an 8, this is 9, which means it can't be a 5. So it just can't be a 5.
Oh, yeah,
it's a 9
true.
and a 5.
True.
Makes this an 8.
For this one.
Oh,
we have to go vertically
Oh
here.
yeah.
This is just a
So that's a
7.
7, yeah.
We went backwards on that one. We got the 1 first.
And then the 9 on the right is fixed as well.
Oh yeah, this is a 6. What's this?
And I think
7, 9?
that might be all of our clues, right?
I think so. I think the only we kind of technically have this one a little bit, but
Well, I mean, it's the clue is not relevant anymore.
yeah.
Either way we finish it works.
Or I'll practice my Sudoku. This is a 1 and this is a 4. This ends up being a 9 and a 6. 9 goes here, and this is 6. We need a 2 and a 4. Ooh. Don't know. Okay, this is counting a 8. We need a 1 here. It's gonna go here. 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't know yet. And a 7. Okay. Well, this ends up being, trying to go in order from the bottom of the grid, a 5, 7, and then also an 8 that I'm missing. There it is. So this can't be a 5 or an 8. It's a 7. This is a 5. This is a 7. This ends up being an 8. This needs a 2, which goes here, and this also needs a 5. This ends up being a 6 and a 7. So this is a 6 and this is a 7. This is a 4 somewhere, 5, 6, 7, 8. Don't know about those yet. This still needs a 2 and a 5, I believe. Yes. So this is a 5, so this is a 2, and this is a 5. If this is a 2, then this is a 4, and this is a 2. If this is a 4, then this is an 8, and this is a 4. So we end up getting a 7 here and an 8 here, I believe.
Nice.
2 minutes and 34 seconds. Let's go.
I got it in 217.
Nice. Wait, that was so cool. Oh, did any of these end up being all 3 of them were working? 1, 2, 3. This one
No,
does.
definitely not.
None of them did?
Because the thing with these is, if you don't have one that's wrong, you have no info at all.
Ooh.
Like, if you were to put one in, let's say here, that had all 3 working, you could never use it in the song.
Nice. Spiffy piffity. GG's. You'd make a great auctioneer. Crushed it. Thank you. Dang, this was cool. I liked this one. It was really cool right at the beginning figuring out when there's no way that this diagonal works, so we have to use these 2, which then breaks the diagonal for this 3, which means we have to use these 2, which then breaks the diagonal for this 3, and so that was cool, the chain reaction that happened there. And these ended up sharing the same 3, also cool. Want to try the Ken? I'm down.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me. We have one more puzzle. Refresh my page real quick. Nice. Oh, hold on. I'm gonna share my window. It makes the puzzle looks a lot brighter. One moment. There. Okay, this is my screen, so my cursor just looks normal. Nice. Okay. Rainbow Ken by Jean. Place the digits 1 through 7 in every row and column. So what we had a 6 by 6, an 8 by 8, a 9 by 9, and now we have a 7 by 7. I didn't even notice that. The number in the top left of a colored region gives the result of applying that mathematical operation to the digits in that region. Emojis are meaningless. Ooh. Okay, I don't know if I've done Ken before. I think a long time ago I had like one of those apps on my phone for like Ken puzzles, but it's been so long. But okay, so
same, yeah.
I might not understand this, but the way I understand it is these two cells, we're going to use addition and they sum to 7. So like this could be a 3 and a 4. Is that how that works?
Yeah, pretty sure.
And then these two numbers, we would use division and end up with a 3.
Yeah, and we don't have any, for subtraction or division, we don't have any cages bigger than 2 in this one, so that's not a problem.
Cool.
Because those are always a bit confusing in which order, because I think it's usually you have to take the biggest one and then subtract every other digit. But yeah,
there's like an order to
don't
it.
have the problem here. Yeah.
You've got a meta Rinban in your puzzle selection. Also, you can have repeats in cages. Oh, good to know. Okay, thank you. Perfect. Oh yeah, place the digits 1 through 7 in every row and column, but we don't have boxes. So digits 1 through 7. Okay, cool. Well, are there any that jump out? So if emojis are meaningless, what does it mean? Like, what's the point of saying this is subtraction if I don't understand
I
that
think
part,
it's
maybe?
just
Decorative?
probably, yeah.
Cosmetic? Screaming ice cube. What's going on in the clue for row 3, column 3? It sounds like the emojis are just cosmetic. It's just to like make the grid look pretty so we can have more boxes that overlap the colors nice. And so same thing with this one and this one as well. They're just pretty boxes. Not a clue, just a picture to be cute. All right. Well, the division.
I guess the 20 clue always.
Oh yeah.
The 20 clue always needs a 5, so we get a pencil mark at least.
Does it have to be? Ooh, we can have repeat digits. Never mind. We could have like a 4511 or a 22. Never mind. We have options. The division kind of jumped out at me because how many options do we have for division to work here? And also the 3 division. So we could have like 2 and 1 or 4 and 2 or 6 and 3.
Well, the 2 division is basically just a black dot, right?
Yeah. This one, we only have 3 and 1 or 6 and 2. Does something overlap
I guess
weird with
in
the 7?
the top left cage, we either have 5411 or 5221.
Yeah.
And the 5 has to go with the repeating digits. So this is only from 1 to 5. This is from 1 to 4 and definitely contains a 1.
What's underneath this 5? 13. Add together to get 13.
13, yeah.
18 also. 3, 6, 1, 1. 3, 3, 2, 1. Ooh. Subtraction to get 4.
So I guess.
Never mind. Options.
I mean, maybe we could mark the 3 because it's only either 3 and 1. And we know this 7 isn't 2, 5, so this can't be a 2, so 2, 6 would go 2, 6. So this is a 1, 6. This can't be 1, which means 2 is the repeating digit.
Sounds good. So that means this can't be a 2 then.
Yeah.
We definitely have a 2. So this is a 3 and a 1 and a 6. Cool.
I probably would have put 3 and 6 in there because of the black dot.
Yeah. I was thinking 9.
But we also can't have any 2s down here now. So this can't be 1, 2, or 2, 4, so it's just 3, 6. Right?
Sounds good to me. Subtraction. This would either be a 3 and a 7 or a 6 and a 2, but we can't use 2s anymore. 7, 3, 6. Nice.
These two cells sum to at least 6 because of the column, which means there needs to be one in one of these two, because they're at most 4, and I guess they're from 1 to 3. So this also has only 1 degree of freedom, so it has a 2 and is from 2, 4, 5.
Nice. Oh, we have a 5 subtraction. That's only 1 and 6 or 2 and 7, and we can't use 1 or 2 in this column, so this is going to be a 6, 7, and this is a 1, 2.
I think 1 times 12 seems unlikely in a 7 by 7.
What was it? Oh, for this one. We have multiplication for 12. Yeah. So this is going to be 2 and 6, and for subtraction, this becomes a 7. We're running out of options for 6 in this 18, but we don't have to use it. We could do 3, 3, 2.
No, we can't, because these two can't be 3s. So we can only have 1 3 in the cage. So we need a 6.
Yep.
And it's going to have to be here. Which makes... I guess that means we do have 1, 1, 3, 6, right? So this is 1s and 3s, making this a 2. Which means these sum to 7. So it's 2 and 5.
Nice. This row still needs a 4 and a 5. Don't know about that yet. We've used a lot of 6s.
Yeah, 6 in row 1 is placed, for example.
Can't go there, can't go there, can't go there. That 5. The givens are invisible, I'm telling you. We need a 6 here or here. So this has to be a 6. And this has to be a 4. And then we have one more 6 to place that goes here, I think.
Yeah. Now here we can't have 1 or 6 anymore, so this can only be 2 and 4, which is resolved.
Nice. What's under... Oh, that's just an emoji.
Yeah. So 2 in row 6 now has to go down here. I think the only clue we have left now is the 13.
These are our only 2s left, which is cool. What's this? We need a 4 and a 5. Totally fine. Okay, the 13. Well, this digit can't be a 1, 2, 5, 6, so we've got a 3, 4, 7.
Yeah, column 6 is done as well. That helps a bit, I think.
1, 2, we need a 3. And a 7. This is a 7, and this is a 3. I forget a 1, 2. This could be a 3 or a 4. But it sees a 5, a 6, and a 7. This is also going to be a 3, 4 then. I was thinking if these were all really limited, there might only be one way to get 13. I'm not so sure anymore.
No, it seems pretty open right now, yeah. There's probably some more that in square logic we can do before. I mean, we can fill in the 4, 7 up here. This is 4, 4, 5. 4, 5, 7 for the column. Oh, this row is interesting, I think, because this is 5, 7, which is resolved.
Oh, nice. So now we need these 3 to be 11.
Yeah. Which means we definitely won't use a 7. Oh, wait, no, we could still. No, we can't.
What's up?
We can't use a 7 anymore, because the only option would be 7, 1 here, but we can't based in this column. I guess let's fill in these 2. Oh, these are also 3, 4, aren't they? Yeah, and resolved.
Okay, so now we're up to 6, so these 2 have to sum to 7. So it's either a 3 and another 4, which doesn't work, or 4 and another 3.
Yeah.
Nice. This ends up being a 3. This ends up being a 4. So this ends up being a 5. So this is a 7. This needs a 1 and a 5. This needs a 7 and this needs a 4. I keep wanting to like check the cages. I'm not sure. We need a 1 still. Oh, either one of these could be a 1. And a 5, it looks like. So this one is going to be a 1 and this one's going to be a 5. This one needs a 1 and this one needs a 4. Very
Nice.
cool. I really liked the design of this one. The like pale shades. It looked really pretty. Visually appealing.
Yeah,
GG.
the way they overlap.
My first kind of kin, maybe. Maybe first one in a while at least. Wait, that was neat. Thinking about factors of numbers was really cool for that. 4 puzzles down, man. Made quick work of that. Nice job. I got a little intimidated. I saw a message that said this one was pretty hard. Nice. Time for one last try. Woo. I'm down.
Yeah,
I don't
have time.
I don't have a slide set up for this, but I can copy paste real quick. GG. Or zoom in. Seek out some more for sure. Will it work? Hang on. One moment. How did y'all find the con? Actually, Clover DM'd me and was like, hey, I'm helping organize this thing we're calling Sudoku Con. It's going to be the first one ever. We'd like you and some other people to come to a panel. And I was like, sure, that sounds great. And that was like a year before it happened also. That's how I found out about it.
Yeah. I mean, I think I was the like second or third person in the server.
Oh, nice.
And yeah, I've been there from the start, but because I was working in America back then, I didn't have time to be part of the like meeting crew. But now I have that option again.
Wait, did you say working in America?
Yeah, I worked in America for like, I think, yeah, exactly 2 years basically.
Oh, I didn't know that actually. Bear with me. I'm setting this up in stream real quick. Oh, there was also another one in chat. What can go down the chimney? What can go down the chimney up, but can't go down the chimney down? But can't go up the chimney down?
I'm very confused.
I'm thinking of chimney flues now, just like verbs after. I don't know. This one's going over my head. I'm gonna make this smaller so we can see it. Because at the end of it, each region contains exactly 1 block. Oh, nope, there's more. Here, I'll get rid of some lines between them.
I mean, there's also, what do you call a product that's approved by Poseidon?
Approved by Poseidon?
Tried and tested.
Tried and tested. That's good. All right. Oh, sorry.
I'm pretty sure you came up with that one during one of your streams.
Relates to your riddle about rain. Over your head is exactly where you want the thing. Also, when I read down the chimney, I was thinking of Santa Claus. What can go down the chimney up, but can't go up the chimney down? Can go down the chimney up. Dang, I don't know. Over your head is exactly smoke. A hat. Down the chimney up. Man, I think I give up. I don't know. Maybe more Mary Poppins than Santa. I think I give up. I don't know. I'm not sure. Ooh, what is this?
I have no idea.
A stone wall. Shade some cells such that all shaded cells form an orthogonally contiguous area. No 2x2 may be completely shaded. Region borders divide the shaded area into blocks. Each region contains exactly one block. If all of the blocks were to fall straight down without changing shape, they must completely fill the bottom half of the grid. Whoa! An umbrella.
Oh, interesting. I'm used to the normal Stillstone and not Stillstone wall. In normal Stillstone, it's basically similar with the falling down, but you can't have two cells like separated by the board wall or both be shaded.
I don't know if I've
So,
ever
but in
done this
this
kind of
one,
puzzle before.
oh, that's interesting.
Region borders divide the shaded area into blocks. Each region contains exactly one block. Oh, so that means like if we were to, I don't know, like have a block like this and then we leave, we can't come back into here, right? That's what that part means. Each region contains one block.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So in a region, all of the things have to be connected, and then basically, I mean, if you just like draw something in for now, when the basically when the blocks fall down, and let me get the letter to, no, pen tool on. You cut the blocks by the region borders, and then they all fall down with gravity, basically,
And
and
if
have
they,
to fill all of this.
oh my gosh.
So this is what it has to look like, basically, after they fell down.
Wow. Okay. Um, okay, so to get started, completely fill the bottom half of the grid. So
Yeah.
that also means stuff like we'll never have 4 blocks in the same column because it would,
Yeah.
or 4 cells in the same column because it would, half is only up to row 3, or I guess
Yeah.
4, 5, and 6. Okay. Ooh.
So what I'm noticing right away, we
Yeah,
can't shade all of these, right? Because we can't have 2x2s.
right.
So basically the top of this, at the end, this needs to be shaded, right? The top of that is flat. So 2 of these need to be shaded next to each other. And we can't have a 2x2 here. So basically this needs to be an L, either like this or like this.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure that each region contains exactly one block. So we can't have empty regions. So because this has to be an L in one of the two directions, this has to be the opposite shape. So this needs to be like this or like this.
Yeah.
And we know that these two are always shaded. What color do you want to make the shaded ones?
We can do pink.
Probably, I mean, stone. Okay. Pink stones.
I don't think I had ever heard of that puzzle type. I keep thinking of, there's a level on Yoshi's Island, I believe it is, on Super Nintendo, where there's blocks falling from the sky and stacking up, and you have to like climb up them to get out. And that's just what I'm thinking of. No idea if answer check will work here. Oh yeah, okay, that makes sense. We'll have
Oh
chat
yeah,
check.
just shading, so. Yeah.
The bit up here, I kind of understood why that was. Does it need to be in row 1 or could it be like here? And then we have
It can be
this.
further down for, yeah. That's why I
Okay.
didn't draw anything in yet.
Okay. Okay. I understand then. Um every region needs to have a block. And these can't be completely filled in. We could have L's, we could have
Hmm.
also everything is orthogonally contiguous.
Oh, I don't think this can be unshaded. Because if this was unshaded, then these two are shaded. And this needs to go left at some point, but whenever it goes left, it means that this side will be higher than this side.
Yeah.
So this has to be shaded. That doesn't necessarily mean that the right one also has to be shaded, because we could have like an L here.
Okay, and if we have this shape, this is a solid block because it's in the same region. So it's not going to collapse and end up like this. We would have to have something down here to fill that. Okay, I see. I'm learning. Cool. Also remembering we can't have more than 3 cells in the same column. I was kind of thinking about that for these, but I don't see a certain way that this has to work in or anything, so never mind there.
So I guess these have to escape to the right here, so one of these will definitely be in.
Right.
Now, if this is out, it's interesting because it would have to connect down here and then either up through here. Oh, does it work? If we have these 3 shaded.
Yeah.
Then these can't be shaded, which means one of these has to connect to the left, right?
Yeah.
But we need 2 connections to the left, but with this we could only make 1 connection to the left, because if these 3 are shaded, this can't be shaded because it wouldn't collapse properly.
Right.
So we couldn't connect to these 2 regions, basically. Well, to this one at least. Because we can't connect through here and we can't connect through here. So I don't think... Oh, does it mean that this has to be shaded?
What if we had, like...
Well, no, but
no, because then
we
this
can't
would
have
be...
this.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we would already have 3.
Yep. Do we have to have this one shaded? We don't want to end up with this.
Well, but we could just have these 2 shaded. That would work.
Okay. So if this
So
one
that's my
is, this
question
one
right
is,
now.
but...
Yeah. I guess the same doesn't apply with this one. This is tricky.
If we had this shape, we would have to get in, I'm calling this box 1. We would have to get in box 1 from here. And I don't see a way to get the L shape we need if we use this cell.
No, that works if we do this and this.
Dang. Yep.
This is tricky for a 6x6.
But if we had this... how do we get up here? If we use 3 in the same column here, well, we can't use all 3 of these, but if we used all 3 of these, we can't
That doesn't work.
get up that way. So we have to do some other kind of shape here for this box. No pressure to finish this, I just picked one at random.
Oh, I guess... How does this one connect to the rest of the grid? Because it can't connect through here, I think. Because if this connects to this one, like we'd get a 2x2 if we connect back out.
Right.
So can this one connect directly downwards? If it's like something like this, I guess we could have this one be this shape, but that would still work.
This one's tough.
I guess one thing is, if this is out, this is also out. Because if this was in, we would have the left side higher than the right side.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, I think then it's impossible to connect outwards. Because if these are green, we said we can't connect through this box. So we'd have to connect directly downwards, which would require something like this. But now this will always stay empty. So this has to be in as well.
Okay.
Oh, and now I think this one can't be in. Because if this one can't be in, then this is out, but then we get like another hole in here.
Yeah, I was just thinking about these boxes here. We can't have an L shape. Oh, what if we just have like this? Oh, I think L shape might be fine actually. There isn't a minimum size for the box. We could just have like a filler. Never mind, forget what I said, maybe. That might work. Hmm. I'm sure somebody in chat knows right now. I picked the hardest one on here. I was gonna say there's like 4 of these, right? I remember seeing 4 of these same ones. Ooh. Do we want to back up to the easiest one?
And we can if you want.
I think you've done all the work on this one, so.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely weird to think about. Especially if you haven't done Stone before. I mean, I think it's still the same connectivity issue with the top middle box. Because if... Oh, there we go.
Are the rules the same? I think the rules are the same. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
And the title as well. You have to change nothing.
Cool. Easy for me. Okay,
You can start this one.
I can start this one? Okay, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we still have 6 by 6. Still need no 2 by 2 areas, and we still need a block in every region. Wow. Okay, so there's some stuff I noticed right away, like these. We have to use these, right? We still have the rule that every region needs a block. Yes. And I'm going to have at least 1 block in here and 1 block in here, so I can only have 1 block here at most. What else do I know? We need to fill... We have something here that we need to fill in. I have at least 1 block here, at least one, at least one, at least one. And I also need to connect everything. Okay, this is interesting. Whoops, this is interesting. I have something here or here for sure. These need to go somewhere. If I were to go up, I don't want to do that.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, some
If
guidance on
you
how to think
go
about
up
these would be
here,
cool.
if we go up here, because of the top region, we can't continue up further, right?
Yeah. So you have to go right, but then you get a weird L shape because you can't
So
fill
we'd
it
have to
in.
go right. Yeah, and because these two are connected to each other, they can't fall down, which means this always has to be in.
Yep.
Either it connects out this way, or it connects out this way, and this needs to be filled. And it's symmetrical for this side.
Cool. So now I have one here and one here. So that also means we
Oh,
just don't
and
want to go here at
each
all,
region,
right?
I think in theory we could still. Well, now if you think about it a bit more now, yeah. But there's an easier spot.
Okay, what's that?
Each region contains exactly one block, so this all needs to be in.
Oh, that's a good, helpful, important rule. So yeah, also if we went up here, this would have to all be connected also. And then we wouldn't be able to use that. Okay. So we also
Yeah,
get
so
one from each of these regions. So we can only have, out of all of this, we can only have one in each column. So like this one or this one, this one or this one, at most.
yeah, but we somehow need to connect from this row to this row.
Yeah,
The only space we can do that is here.
yeah. We cannot go up here.
Yeah.
So we would have something like this, or like this, or like this.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think at this point, because how do we get to this one? We need to
right.
connect through here, right?
Yeah.
Which means this is pink. Same for this one. We need to connect through here. And the same for all of these, which means this is the answer.
Wait, we have 2x2 areas though.
Oh, true. Oh, I think I see. We can't connect through here. So, yeah, because we can't do any more in this column, which means we have to go left.
You can go up there. We still needed a third one in this column, and it can't be here because this would need to connect.
Yeah, because
we can't do there, so it has to be this one.
That's a column done, and then we need to go out here to get to this one. And then again, column done, which means we need to go here, 2x2, and this is all done. Wait.
This makes sense because we can't use this one if we're going this way, so we need to block out the rest of this too.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought for a second
like
it was broken. It's not broken. Yeah, that's what we have to do, yeah. Because right now... Nice.
Answer check. Nice. Okay.
That was neat.
Makes a lot more
easier than the
sense
first
now.
one.
I understand. That looks good to me. We have a block in every region. They're gonna fall down. We have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Everything's connected. All the pink is connected. Every region has a block in it. Nice. Did we want to go back to the harder one, or what are you thinking?
I don't know.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We made it through 5 puzzles today. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, some of them were quick.
We're moving. No. That's funny. No. Sounds good to me then. We're just under the 2-hour mark. This was good. Malrog, hi! We just finished our 5th puzzle. we went through a lot today. We've put our brains through it. These were some good ones, though. Oh, yeah, I was gonna put this link again. Oh, I don't know if I can put links in chat. Ha, nice. Nice. That's the Pride Pack that we've been getting all the puzzles from.
I think wasn't pinned as well.
Oh, I don't see a pinned message right now. Oh, there it is. Pinned now. Very cool. I think we're good then. We made it through 5 puzzles, just under 2 hours. Those are some good times. I know each one of them said like 1 minute and 6 seconds or something like that, which is really funny. Shout out to everyone that worked on this Puzzler Pride Pack. Taco Dave and Jamie Hargrove for putting it together. These are really cool puzzles. I'm gonna have to go back and go through the other stone wall puzzles. Now that I understand how they work, this is cool. Very neat.
Yeah, there's also... I remember at some point there was I think Fistamafal made a Stone Sudoku
Oh, wow.
hybrid. Pretty sure that appeared in... I mean, it's a Fistamafal puzzle. Of course it wasn't CTC. But yeah, I remember that one being really good as well. I think that's where I know the genre from.
That sounds familiar. I'll have to look that one up, probably. Very cool. Thanks for hanging out with us today, everyone. Next stream on this channel will be July 19th. It's going to be Palfly Kampling and Tall Cat. Another anatomy of a puzzle going through some Palfly's puzzles, right? I think.
Yep.
Nice.
And you'll see which one.
See which one. Thanks for hanging out, everyone. Check out the SudokuCon website. Sign up for the newsletter for updates. That's cool. There's also the Discord you should check out. Lots of good info there. There's really cool notifications when stuff is going on, like announcement pings. That's really good. Thanks, Palfly, for solving with me today. Happy Pride, everyone. There's only a couple days left, but happy Pride, of course. YouTube for con videos. Yes, check out YouTube. They're posting periodically the VODs from the live stream and everything that was recorded at the con. So there's one video up so far right now, and it's the Snack Doku, I believe. Doku. Yes. With Skojo and Full Deck and missing a few cards. That was a really fun one. I enjoyed that one. Join the Discord. Pride is year-round. True, true. Thanks for the stream. Thanks for hanging out, Nell. Quarian says, hype, hype, hype. All right, we got our cool little stream ending screen so everybody can hear it deep, deep, deep again. Bye, everyone. Thanks for hanging out. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Bye.